Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do subscribe. It is the day before Thanksgiving. I was really hoping this week I could get to Barnes & Noble to hit up that 50% off Criterion sale, because I've only been there once, I think, since it started, and I'm missing out. I'm missing out on those movies. Man, I don't know. I have to find a way to get there. I don't think I can do it on Black Friday. I think I'm going to have to wait till the Saturday. Is it still going on Saturday? I think it's, for the whole month of November, but I don't know. But anyway, what we're doing today, as we count down the days till December, we are doing random rankings of Christmas movies to put us in the Christmas spirit, because in December, if you follow the channel, you know that I have a Christmas advent calendar where instead of little chocolates and things like that inside the pockets, what we have are slips of paper with movie titles written upon them. And then we watch those movies and then talk about those movies. But we don't really rank those movies. So as we lead into December, we are ranking movies from my Christmas film collection. So let's get to doing that. Let's pick 3 movies from my Christmas movie collection and then rank those movies from most favorite to least favorite based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's get to picking Christmas movies. All right, we got one right here. Here I just found another one. And let's see. I don't know. Let's see what this one is. Nice. Okay. And cool. Ooh, interesting. So, one of these Christmas movies we'll actually be watching tomorrow. And that is Miracle on 34th Street. Why? Why would you watch this on Thanksgiving? I'll tell you why. Because the movie opens on Thanksgiving. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is in this movie, except for it's called the Kohl's Parade. The original Miracle on 34th Street is the Macy's, but in this movie it's the Kohl's Parade. But it's spelled differently than the Kohl's, stores that we have, like the K. How do you spell Kohl's? K-H-O-L. I don't know how to spell it. But anyway, it's not that Kohl's. It's like its own Kohl's. I think in this movie it's spelled C-O-L-E-S. Something like that. I don't know. But C-O-A-L apostrophe S? I don't remember. But let's see if it's written back here. I don't know. But anyway, this is a great Christmas movie. Richard Attenborough, right? I mean, the man directed Gandhi. The man is in Jurassic Park. He's off the charts. He's doing so good here as Santa Claus. What else is good? Dylan McDermott Mulrooney, Wilma Flintstone. Gosh, who else is in it? Old dude from the housekeeper, whatever her name is, from Frasier. But what's that dude? Why can't I think of? Was he did he play Raiden once? No. Did he play Raiden? I don't know. I know he's in Sex and the City, Samantha's boyfriend, for a while, but gosh, I can't think of other things he's been in. I think he was in a Mortal Kombat movie. Maybe Mortal Kombat 2. I can't remember. Maybe he's Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2. Anybody remember who played Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2? Because I think it was a different person than who played Raiden in Mortal Kombat 1. I think there is a difference there. But anyway, good movie here. I really like how they prove that Santa is real. My father-in-law likes how they prove Santa is real more so in the first movie. And you know what? I guess I do like that one, because it has a stronger tie to Santa and kids writing letters to Santa, which is something that kids do. So, I don't know. I was always like, I like this version better in terms of how they prove Santa to be real. But maybe, just thinking about it, maybe I like it more in the original version, the 1947 version. But, I don't know. I also like it in this one. I think it's very emotional. I like that. All right. Next, we have... This was a movie that I would watch as a kid on movie channels, and that is Trapped in Paradise. And I loved it as a kid. I thought it was so good. I love John Lovitz. I think he's so funny. Um, and then our man Dana Carvey is also good in this. I like the way I can't do it because my voice is kind of gone, but he's like, can't even. I gotta. You can kind of see it in the eyes. See his eyes are like this the whole time. I just kind of. I don't know. Just kind of. I'm a kleptomaniac, just kind of stealing stuff here and there. I don't know. I can't really do it, but as a kid, I really liked this movie. But then I rewatched it. I think it was just last year, last Christmas season. We popped it in the old Advent calendar, and I'm rewatching it, and I was like, man, not as good as I remember as a kid. Which is funny because that's kind of a running theme. Because you remember All I Want for Christmas with Ethan Embry? Sorry for the yawn there. With Ethan Embry, and I pulled that one in a random ranking a couple days ago, and I talked about how it just was not as good as what I thought it was when I was a kid, which is interesting because I have a shorter attention span as a child. I think maybe not. That's just something you hear. Maybe my attention span is shorter now though because of like social media and stuff. But anyway, I did not like All I Want for Christmas as much as I did when I was a kid, and I didn't like this as much as I did when I was a kid. But it's still really cool. Look at this cast right here. Um, I I just think that cast is Richard Jenkins is in it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just not as good as I thought. I mean, not as good as I used to think it was. There's still a lot of funny moments in it. Again, I think John Lovitz is funny. Dana Carvey is good in it. It's cool that Nicolas Cage is in a movie with them. I think that's really cool that they got to work with him because I kind of see him as just he's an actor. I mean, he's amazing. He's Nicolas Cage, but not as good as I remember, unfortunately. Next, we have this was probably the first Christmas movie I ever saw. Some of my earliest memories of all time are watching this movie when my parents were married. So that's taken it back because I mean they got divorced like as I was heading into kindergarten before I was in kindergarten. So I remember them together when I watched this movie. That's saying a lot. And that is Santa Claus the movie. Hello, with the Big Lebowski up in here. And I'm not talking about Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges is not the Big Lebowski. He's the dude. But what's his name? Is it David Huddleston? That's the Big Lebowski. Also, Burgess Meredith. It's over, Rock. Is in this. He has a little cameo scene, sort of like a old Jor-El in Superman the movie by old why can't I think of his name? One of the most famous actors ever to live of all time. Could have been a contender. Could have been somebody. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. What the heck is his name? Stella. Gosh, what the heck? Why can't I think of the most famous actor of all time? Why can't I think of his name right now? Embarrassed. But it's sort of like that. Burgess Meredith has that sort of thing. When old dude plays Jor-El in Superman. And his name is going to come to me, right? I don't know. Why isn't that coming to me? Blah. It's, I mean, I'm not feeling good about this. This is embarrassing. He's in some of these movies right here on the waterfront. I feel like I can't move. I mean, The Island of Dr. Moreau. Come on. He was in one of the Mutiny on the Bounties. Why can't I think of his name? His name is, he is a method actor by the name of, odd. But anyway, Burgess Meredith has a scene in it. John Lithgow's in it. He plays the bad guy. Dudley Moore, he plays Patch, the elf. He saved Santa from having a brown suit. I believe, if I remember correctly, in this movie, he chose red and green for Christmas colors, or red, I should say, for Santa Claus colors. Let's see, who else? Oh, the reindeer. I loved the reindeer when they're my favorite scenes. I think when I was a kid were the reindeer. A reindeer, deer, deer. Any antlered animal is my favorite animal, but reindeer especially. And I think it has a lot to do with this movie. I loved watching them eat that sparkly gold hay or whatever the heck it was that they were eating. I loved that as a kid. And it came from this movie. And I think this movie is why I love reindeer so much. You know, we go to the reindeer ranch every once in a while. I think we're going to do that this year, hopefully. Um, but and show you some reindeers. We'll be kissing them reindeer. Yeah, this movie means a lot to me, and it's some of my earliest film memories come from it. And I still can't think of the Wild One's name. I can think of all of his movies, but I can't think of his name. Ah! All right, I'm just gonna look it up. On the waterfront, right there. I can't believe I'm doing this. Call myself a movie fan, Marlon Brando. I will say, the day before Thanksgiving, I used to work at a bar, and the day before Thanksgiving, I thought was going to be one of the most quiet days at the bar ever, because I'm like, everybody's visiting family, hanging out with family. Nobody's going to be coming in to drink or anything. And then it ended up being the second most busiest day I've ever worked in my life at the bar, or just ever in life. The most busiest was New Year's Eve at that same bar. But I was like, it just showed me that I know my family is very different than the rest of the world. Because on Thanksgiving, you don't do that. Or even leading up, you hang out with your family and stuff like that. But everybody else, they go to the bar and drink heavily. So all of that to say, because of that experience, I did have 2 drinks today, so that's probably why I can't think of Marlon Brando's name. Because it's the day before Thanksgiving. Okay, so how are we going to rank these? I know. Sorry, Trapped in Paradise, even though I got some nostalgia for you. You're going to go at the end over here. The nostalgia, well, had I not rewatched this, I probably would have put it higher. Actually, probably not, because the other 2 do mean a lot more to me. But this one is further down in 3rd place because of my experience. Next, I'm going to go Miracle on 34th Street. It's really good, but this tradition of watching on Thanksgiving, which I love, and we watch it as we're putting up our Christmas tree, and we do that, and we also watch You've Got Mail, and then, it's kind of been a while, but we sometimes watch Son-in-Law, also leading up. I don't know. There's a lot of good Thanksgiving movies, but anyway, it was something I married into. So this movie, while I did see it as a kid, it's not like one that was a part of my life as a child, really, where this one was. But I like my new traditions with this one. But number 1 has to be Santa Claus the movie. I love it. I think it's great. I have great, strong mental images of it from watching it when I was a kid, when my parents were still together. And eating, John Lithgow just shoving his face full of candy canes. I don't know. There's just, for some reason, my before age 5 brain, or right at age 5 brain, just locked away a lot of this. Locked away so much of this movie. Probably before age 5 brain, because I was born in 83, the very end, so basically 84. This came out in 85. But I just a lot of this sort of, I don't know, seared itself into my brain. So yeah, and then watching it as an adult, when I bought this, it was just I don't know, it's weird how much of an impact it had on me, and how much I was able to remember of it, considering how young I was. But again, it's some of my earliest movie memories. Didn't see it in the theater, but VHS. Or, yeah, I think VHS. I don't think we ever had beta. But anyway, it's going to be number one. So Santa Claus the movie, followed by Miracle on 34th Street, and then Trapped in Paradise. That's my ranking. But my question to you is, have you seen these movies? Right here, these three. And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.